Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and I am back to do the Nothing But Neutrals challenge for this week, where our base is an envelope. If you're not familiar with this challenge, or you're new to my channel, this is a weekly challenge in which I am picking a base to use every week, and then you are to use that base and create a piece of ephemera to be used in future journals. The only rule is, and I guess there are two rules. One is you have to use all neutrals in making your ephemera, and the second is you have to use the base that I have chosen. The purpose of this is to create texture and layers and interest without using color. So we've gone from the exact opposite of what we were doing in the color combo challenge, which was to step outside the box and use all the colors, to how can we create and make something interesting using no color. The four colors that you can use are black, white, gray, and black, white, gray. What is my fourth color, guys? Remind me. Brown. Gosh, I went totally brain dead there for a minute. But it is Monday, so that can be expected. If you post to social media or make a video using or for this challenge, use this hashtag nothing but neutrals, and that way everybody that is participating can see your beautiful makes for each week. So, like I said, this week we are using an envelope, and I have a craft. This was just a craft envelope that was kind of like for a note card. It had some craft note cards that you could put inside the envelope. And I have taken a Tim Holtz die and cut a hole right in the middle of it. So basically I've kind of created my own window envelope. And you can use a window envelope. You know, I don't have a set rule on what kind of an envelope that you can use. You can use anything you want to. So I put the die right in the center pretty much and ran it through my die cut machine, and then I cut just a sliver off the top. This is going to be a top loading pocket. And then I'm going to, this was the flap, and I cut the pointy part of the flap off so that my window would pass all the way through the envelope. And the reason I did that is my tag that is going to go inside is actually a piece of flat lace that I ran through my laminating machine, and just put this little dangle on the top of it with a couple pieces of lace and a bulb pin. And so it will slide down in my pocket, which is not really a pocket yet because I haven't glued anything shut, like this. And it will show through both sides. So when I go to put it in the journal, I can either clip it on the page, or I can make it a flip out or something like that. So that's the idea. So the first thing I'm going to do is decorate this front part. to do that, I am going to use a couple of the new Tim Holtz products. And the first thing that I'm going to use is one of the sheet tissue papers. And you can see that I took the very same die cut and cut a hole in the top of it as well, so that the tissue paper will fit pretty much. It's a little bit short, but I have something to put at the top to kind of cover that. So I'm going to put this on, and I've not ever, that I can remember, I could have, but not that I remember, put tissue paper on crafts. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to look. So I've got my matte collage medium here, if I can get it open. There we go. And I'm just going to put it on my envelope with just a regular brush. And this dries pretty quickly, so you have to do this pretty quickly. And I should have put something down on my glass mat, but that's okay. We'll just wipe it up when we get done real quick. Alright, so I'm going to put this down real quick. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And I hope that you all will join me in taking a moment to remember all of the soldiers who have fallen in the past to protect our freedom. The ultimate sacrifice, for sure. Alright, so let's see if we can get this down without making too big of a mess here. I'm going to focus on trying to get it around this window correctly. This probably would be easier to just piece it, but I thought I would try it this way and see what happens. It's pretty close. And I don't mind if there are a couple wrinkles here and there. I'll get it good and smushed down with my fingers, and then I'll put some more collage medium over the top. See if I can get this wrinkle out. Probably not. It'll probably tear it. That's okay. Alright, let me wipe this up. And then we will put this on the top. Actually, do I want to do... I think I'm going to use... I've also got my crazing medium. I'm going to try that. This never works well for me, and I don't know if it's the way I put it on or what the deal is, but let's try this one. It's getting kind of yucky. It's thicker anyway because it's supposed to crack, but so thanks to everybody that has joined in on the challenge. Your makes have been beautiful so far. I know we've only done one, but everybody that I've seen so far has done a really good job. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to put you on pause for a second, although you probably won't notice it, but the hubby came in to ask me something, and I didn't think he'd want to be broadcasting live. All right, so I have the grazing stuff on there, and I'm going to heat it with the heat gun to get it dry. Normally I would let this air dry, but since we're doing a video, I'm going to go ahead and try to get it dry. I don't know if that will affect the grazing. The grazing. Yep, I'm grazing today. The grazing or not, but I need to get it dry so we can move on. I'm holding it up so the air can pass through what I'm drying. It will make it dry much quicker if the heat can pass through the paper. And it also helps to flip it over and dry from the back side as well. Yeah, I can't see any effect with that crazy medium put on there. Feel free to fast forward through this drying process. I know it's boring. Okay, I think that's got us dry enough. Alright. So now, I think what I want to do is do some ink on top of this. Let me put my brush in my water and put my top on my stuff here and get it out of the way. And I'm going to take, I think I'm going to use, no, that's probably going to be too light. Let's do gathered twigs. See if I can find my little blending brush here. And I'm going to take my glue book and make sure I don't have any previous color on it. Alright. And you can see I'm doing this quite heavily on here to kind of bring back the crafty color from putting the paper down. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some water. Actually, first I'm going to take a little darker color. Let's do ground espresso, and I'm going to go inside here and around the outer edges. Move up here so you can see, even though I'm sure you've seen people ink before. Bend my flat back over. Get my little thing here and kind of give it a little bit of help. get it flattened back out enough that I can work on it. Okay, now I'm going to take this little bottle. This little bottle has water and some tea dye ink refiller in it. Just like one dropper of the ink refiller and then water. And I'm going to spray some of this on here. And then I'm going to dry it again. Particularly when I get this one spot up here, it's bothering me. Now, I can see a little bit of the crazing now. But I've done that. My poor heat gun sounds like it's about fried, doesn't it? Okay, so now we have some pretty good grunge going on. I like that. I took some of the shine off of it too, which I also like. Alright, so now let's move on. And the next thing I want to do is put something along this top border. And I'm going to use one of the new Tim Holtz paper strips. I cut it. Now this little paper strip technically has a little bit of color right here, but that is where I am going to put my little notch for the tag, so I'm gonna cut it out basically. So I thought I could get by with it. Alright, so let's age that up good, because now that I've grunged everything up, that's obviously too new looking. Ground espresso around the edges. I'm going to run my finger nail along the edge. Kind of rough it up. You can also use your little paper trimmer. This thing or you can use the edge of your scissors. If you use the edge of your scissors, be very careful. As you can see right here, I stabbed myself with my scissors yesterday. Wasn't the first, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Alright, now I'm going to take my vintage photo, or gather twigs. Is that what I used? And darken that up a little bit. Okay, so now it fits in more with our base. So I'm going to take art glitter glue and glue it on there. And this still is kind of wonky, but by the time we get the tag in there and everything, it'll be fine. And then you can always store it overnight in a book or underneath your mat or something like that, and it'll finish flattening it out. Or you can run it through your Big Shot with no dyes or anything in there, and it will also flatten it out. Alright, and then I'm going to cut a notch. Let's see, I think I want this size. And I'm going to cut it right where that little bit of color is, I hope. That's pretty close to the middle. And voila. And ink it. And I'm not going to worry about the back side because it's craft stock and it looks just perfectly fine. Alright, so now we have that, and I'm quite happy with that so far. So now what I want to do is decide what I'm going to make my focal point. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this shut now, I think. Yeah, because when I cover the back, I'm going to cover the whole as one piece. So I am going to go ahead and glue this flap down because it will be a top-loading pocket. Nope. I'm glad I thought about that twice. That will totally mess up my pocket. Alright, let me think about this a minute. So I just want to glue where it's going to be on the flap. So I'm going to glue here and here, and I think that's it. Otherwise, I'm cutting my pocket way down, and I can't do that because then my tag won't fit in there. Could you see? I want to do just where it's on that flap. If I'd have gone all the way down this side, it'd have closed my pocket up. Whoops. Put my little mixture back over there out of the way. Alright, so then we can slide our tag down in here. And that's also going to sturdy the tag up a lot so it's not so flippy floppy. Alright, so that's what we have now. And I really like that that's see-through. Even though it's a pretty dense lace, I like the idea that you can see all the way through it. Alright, now for the focal point. So I have a Tim Holtz, one of the new cabinet cards, and I'm going to age it up. So I'm going to go around with this a little bit. Put some folds in it to make some cracks. If you just go back and forth a couple of times, it'll make some nice little cracks. And then if you want to make a little tear or something in it. Alright, so let's ink this. I'm going to use Vintage Photo for that. And then I think I may take the sanding disc and kind of do that. And then use the Vintage Photo and go over it. Yeah. Alright. And then I took a piece of just white tissue paper, crumbled it up, like that, sprayed it with my little spray, dried it, and then unwrinkled it. And that's what I came up with. And I'm going to put it under the picture. Just like that. Okay? And then I'm going to put the picture right there. So, I'm going to use just glue stick for that, I think, to get the tissue where I want it. And then, put the picture down on top of it with art glitter glue. I don't think this is going to take a lot of glue to hold this down. I just want it to be kind of wrinkly and crinkly. And the reason I chose tissue paper is because I didn't want a lot of bulk, but I wanted something with texture behind this picture. So, I thought tissue paper would be a good thing to use. Okay, that's bothering me that it's not flat. But like I said, it will flatten down once I get done. It's just, you know, I'm impatient. Alright, so our glitter glue. Glue that little loose spot down. And I'm going to kind of wrap these loose edges. Alright, now I want to take another one of the paper strips and I want to, this one that has music on it, I want to put it right here across the bottom. So I'm just going to tear that on both ends. I love the idea of these little paper strips because we're junk journalers and they're just perfect because they're all different widths of just little paper scraps, which we use most of the time anyway, and they're so convenient. A lot of them are neutrals. There are colors, of course, but it's all of his. They were taken from all of his papers, and a lot of them are papers that he doesn't make anymore. So it's kind of a cool way to use his older papers if you're out and don't have any more or whatever. You can get these little paper strips and still be able to use them. Alright, and get that kind of sort of straight. Alright, and then another thing, I keep saying alright, sound like Matthew McConaughey. Next, I'm going to take, this is from his stamp book, which is totally cool, guys. These stamps look like real stamps. They're totally matte. They're scanned. I don't know if y'all watched his thing or not, but they're scanned from actual old stamps, including postmarks if there were any, and he's got them by color. So if you do not have a bunch of old stamps, this is an excellent alternative to that. And there are several neutrals in here, and also there is one page that is blank, but it has the stamp edge on it. So if you wanted to use a stamp and make your own, then you could do that as well. So I think I want this color. It's kind of, yeah. And I'm going to put one, where do I want to put it? I may have to put some more glue on there. I don't, these are on the tissue, so I don't want it on that side. I think I want it like right in there, or maybe down here. Yeah, like that. So I'm going to put it right here. Like that. And then I have some faux stitching. These are $49 in Market. And I thought I would use these just to, for those of you that don't sew, like me, 99% of the time. But I thought I would show you what these look like in case you wanted to include some stitching, but you don't sew. I think these are the most realistic as far as faux stitching that I have seen. Where do I want to put it? Because I also have, do I want to put it? Let me think. Because I also want to put, I've got these little birds here that are rub-on. You cut them out. And I thought it would be cute to have the birds on here, either standing on the music line. Uh-oh, don't come off my paper yet. Or standing on the stitching. I really want to use them on here. Alright, so if I put them about right there. Alright, and then let me get, oh, I don't see. Alright, I'm going to use, alright, I have got to quit saying that today. I don't know what my deal is. I've just got my pencil let in, and I'm using the point of the mechanical pencil because I don't know where my little rubbing stick is at the moment. Cute. Yep, those are good and down. Now, stitching. I'm thinking maybe just I just want a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is, do I have a shorter piece? want to take this little zigzaggy piece right here. I feel like I need something black right up there. Fast forward to next Monday. I'm still trying to determine where I want these stitches. Let me take the paper off. Maybe that'll help me. Then again, maybe not. I think I'm gonna do it right here. Okay, again, get my little pencil here. Oh no, part of it didn't come off. There we go. Still need something right there. Let's see if we can find another zigzag part. Oops, stick. Oops. I think they're not sticking as well because I've got the collage medium on there, and it's a slicker surface. May have to go over it with collage medium just to make sure that it's gonna stick down. Come on. Cooperate. I never have any problems with these. Has to be the collage medium. I guess that's all we're going to get on that one. That's okay. It still looks okay. Okay. Now, the last thing that I want to do is I want to put something on here to kind of break up this big space. So I have a couple of options. On this rub-on. Or got this little piece with a butterfly. Oh, I like this right here. Definitely going to use this. It says with brave wings she flies. See if it sticks to the transparency better than it, or the laminated stuff better than the collage medium. Yep. And then do I want the butterfly up here? or do I want another bird? The only thing about doing a bird is they're not standing on anything. But I could do I could put him right there. Right there. I think I like that. Okay. Do we need anything else? Oh no. Luckily that is plastic because I got a little too much glue on there. Okay. Now I could add the faux stitching around here so that it doesn't show in the window, but it gives this tag a little bit more character. Or at least down one side or something. But I don't really mind that one little bird and that one little sand's on there. I think that's kind of cute. Should we try some stitching down the side? It sticks to this laminate plastic very well, by the way. Easy breezy. Okay, that way it's on here and gives this piece a little bit more character, but it doesn't show inside the pocket. Alright, so I think that's it, guys. I think I'm happy with that. Now, of course, you can't write on this tag. You could if you wanted to write on it with a Sharpie. I'm sure that would work. Or if you wanted to use what is it? This. Where's mine? This. Is to billow all. It's for writing on paper, glass, plastic, and metal. You could write on it with that, and then you could actually take it off with water if you wanted to change it or whatever. But I would suggest a Sharpie if you want it to be there permanently. So that's it. That's my make for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box, and I will answer what I can for you. If there was a material that I used that I forgot to mention, where I got it, or whose it is, please let me know that as well, and I will answer that. Next week, the substrate is a flip out. So, of course, that can be whatever you want it to be as far as what you make your flip out out of. If you use cardstock, if you use book page, you know, whatever you choose to use for your flip out will be fine. If you want to, you can do any kind of flip out you want. It can go out, it can go in, it could go up, it could go down. Just keep in mind that it'll have to have some kind of hinge or some source of you know, making it so that it mechanically will work as a flip out. So that's it for today, guys. I will see you guys back tomorrow for No Digitals Allowed. Until then, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.